What will matter in the end? It's an interesting question. Probably one that's not a big surprise here on the podcast, but what will matter in the end? I talk about legacy a lot on this podcast. I talk about a whole slew of things that we do in our life that matter. But in the end, what will matter? You could use this question to think about your deathbed. Kind of morbid, but nevertheless still practical. An interesting question I often ask dads who are kind of stuck or often on the wrong path is if you are at your eulogy, witnessing it as a ghost, and your son walks up to the lectern and starts telling everybody in the audience something that they need to know about my dad and how he lived so that they can learn that same lesson. What would that lesson be? Another interesting exercise that we did last week in St. Louis is imagine being in an auditorium filled with a bunch of other people. You find your place, you find your seat, and then people come up to the podium and start describing someone. And one person after another keeps coming back up, and they describe the man that changed their life. And then this weird moment happens. You realize that that person is you. You realize that the person that every one of these has been talking about is you. You stand up, you walk down the aisle, you go up to the lectern, and you are facing everybody there who is there because of you. What does it feel like? What goes through your mind? What was it that was so impactful that allowed you that moment? What was it in your life that had direction and vision that allowed this vision and this moment to come true? You see, dads, when we focus so much on the future, our work, our crap, chasing money, chasing status, chasing salary, chasing you name it, at the end of the day, it's not going to matter. The only thing that matters is what you did with the moments that were in front of you and how did you make them better. That's it. For example, I'm recording this episode during the night, during the week, and I just got done playing Pop the Pig with my two younger kids. Now, did I want to say yes to that? No, I did not. I just wanted to finish packing my bags. But I did. And we played it. And initially, I wanted it to be instead of reading a book, but I lost that war and still ended up reading a book. Packing my bags isn't going to matter. How tired I feel isn't going to matter. It's only going to matter that I said yes to this moment that was ending up being a pretty good moment. Their behavior has been kind of all over the place today. And this was a moment for them to get better. And for me to make it better because it's not been that great today. It was overall a good day, but the kids have just been bouncing off the walls like kids can be. But I could have said no to that, but I didn't. Now, sometimes I don't always have that moment and clarity, and sometimes I say no. And I often regret it. What will matter in the end? This is the question I want you to reflect on this Thursday. Because what you do today does matter. Trying to shoot a target at the end that you're chasing does matter, but it really doesn't. What really matters is who are you right now? What is this person capable of? And are you living that life today? That is all I have for you today on this Thursday. Have an amazing day, and we'll be back again tomorrow.